Hi, I'm Adam Pennell, also known as the Shropshire Lad. I started this channel years ago, after being convinced by my mates that I should share my cooking adventures with the world. That was the trigger that took me on my journey to now. A full-time fire chef and restaurant owner with a huge passion for the outdoors, fishing and cooking incredible produce from land, lakes and the sea over fire. We've come down to the roastery, the 100 House Coffee Roastery, to have a little bit of a tour, to discuss the menu that's going to be on at Embers, and just to understand a bit more about what's on offer from them. So we're going to go in now and meet Thurston and Andy, who are the coffee experts here, who are hopefully going to give us a tour of the roastery. We're going to drink some coffee, we're going to talk about the menus and just get to grips with what really good coffee is all about, because we really want to make sure that the coffee that we put into Baked Bean is the very best that we can. I believe that what these guys do is unreal. We've been selling at Embers for a long time, but we're going to refine it to another level at Baked Bean. So this is pretty exciting because I love a coffee. Let's go. The 100 House HQ is based in the old maternity ward in Ludlow, which is pretty cool, and they've made an amazing co-working space inside. So their eye for detail, not only in how things look, but how things taste and should be, is second to none. We were also introduced to matcha by Andy and told that this is the next big thing, so we've been convinced that we need to put this onto the menu as well. It's good. I need to stir in the strawberry a bit more. You're getting more of the tea flavour there. Coffee tour of the roastery at 100 House. Nice. Should I say roastery tour? Cheers. Hey guys, you alright? Cool.
So welcome. Have you been here before?
We have, a long time ago.
Yeah, cool. So this is your machine here.
Ferrari of coffee machines. This
designed so that it's a sort of a workflow that sort of comes in and comes round and then goes back out again. So over here you can see all of the green coffee. So this comes in from all over the world. And then we've got our two roasters at the back here. So we have the Probat on the right hand side and the Deirdre on the left. And that is Manny, who is working away tirelessly to roast the coffee that's going out. So if you have a little look on the screen, you can see there's some graphs that he's got there. It sort of comes down and then goes back up again, and then there's a second line that goes up and then down. So he's using those, that's called a roast curve, and he's using that to roast consistently. So he's roasting Vida at the moment, which is our organic blend. So we have to store that separately to all the other beans because it's organic certified.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Is it quite a fast process?
Yeah, it takes like between 11 and 15 minutes to do 10 kilos. Oh. So it's really not that long at all.
Yeah. So he's got to be on it.
So Manny's actually a bit of a coffee legend. So I know him before I started working at 100 House. So he was working in Manchester, which is where I sort of met him first. I think Manny's been in the industry for about 15 to 20 years. And then Matt, who's our sort of director, he's been roasting for 25 years, which is crazy. I was 10 when Matt started roasting.
Wow.
And then myself and Andy have been working in coffee for about sort of like 10 to 12 years. So there's a lot of shared experiences. Yeah. So we all like bring different things, which is really cool. So yeah, these are all the batches that Manny's roasted yesterday. So you can see how much he's done. And so he's taken a little sample. So this would be like 50 grams from every batch that he did yesterday.
Okay.
And then later on today, he'll cup these and taste them to make sure that they're tasting okay. I'll throw some cups down and we can do a little cupping and we can try some weird single origins.
So nice.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So yeah, I'll get like 4 different singles.
Look at that on the way home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I've got 4 coffees here. They're all really different. One of them is the coffee that we just smelt, the green coffee. I think it'll become apparent when we brew it. And then we've got 2 African coffees. So one from Kenya and one from Tanzania, I think. And then we have cocoa, which is the coffee you guys are going to have. So I'm going to set this up as a cupping, so that's the way that we would sort of professionally taste coffee. I'm just going to grind them all on the same setting on the EK, and then just pour water over the top and leave it for about 6 minutes, and then we'll just slurp off spoons, which will be really fun. So if you pick your favourite flavour Skittle, then try not to eat it yet. Which flavour did you go for?
Purple, man.
Yeah, it's the best.
I don't even know what flavour that is. Grape?
It's like, I think it's blackcurrant, isn't it?
It's blackcurrant.
Yeah. It's the best one though. If we all put our fingers over on it, and then keep a hold of that, stick this in, give it a little chew.
Chew it.
Yeah. What can you taste? Just like sweetness, bit of acidity.
Yeah, not much though.
Not much.
Waxiness of the skittle.
Oh wow,
You let go. You get all of that aroma coming in.
that's mad.
Yeah. So when we're tasting coffee, I want you guys to sort of separate those two things. So specifically with coffee, the things that we're looking out for is acidity, bitterness, and sweetness, or perceived sweetness.
Okay.
So I want you to keep those in your forefront of your mind. So when we think about, is it acidic? We want to think about what sort of acidity is it? Does that couple with the aroma that's going on in there? Is that a lemony acidity or is that a grapey acidity? Those sorts of things. So I'm just going to stick these through this grinder, all on the same setting. If you want to give them a little rattle, you can pick them up, give them a little smell. Have you done a cupping before?
No.
So this is a cup and spoon. It's basically a soup spoon, but specifically for coffee, so they charge more for it.
Right. Slightly different angle.
Yeah, that's it. Have you done a wine tasting before?
Yeah.
So you know how they make you sort of like slurp the wine and get loads of air into your mouth? So we're basically going to do a similar thing. So this is just water, so we'll practice with this. So you want to get about half a spoon, and you want to slurp it as loud as possible. Swirl it around and then rinse your spoon, and then you can go again. You want to practice? Nice.
It's nice, that one.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. What are you getting?
Filter.
Essence of Lake Verney. That was terrible. That's boiling water, by the way.
Don't do it with the boiling water
Yeah,
too.
that'll hurt.
Hit the back of his throat.
Yeah.
Why are you doing the power slurp?
Because it gets lots of, it sprays it all across your mouth.
Yeah.
And
The power slurp.
The power slurp, yeah. And it sort of adds oxygen in.
Yeah.
Oxygenation.
So you're tasting from your whole olfactory bulb. So it's like your nose, your mouth, like even round the back. So the more sort of coverage you can get on that, the better you're going to be able to taste. You basically want to get your spoon and you want to go down to the bottom, forward, back up, down, forward, up, 3 times.
Go on then, Bruce.
Yeah, nice. What a pro.
That's banging.
Get me schnoz in.
That's
Yeah.
not the washer, is it?
Like it? What are we
It's
getting?
alright. Smells like tobacco to me, that.
Cool. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's an aroma that
Golden Virginia.
Golden Virginia. Yeah, right. Benson Hedges. Yeah, pipe tobacco is an aroma that we associate with roast. So, so that's like roast profile. So that's probably going to be one of the darker roasted coffees. So that'll be something that's for espresso. I'll just clean these up now. So before we taste them, I'm just going to get rid of all of this stuff on the top. Dunk about half a spoon. So have a few turns on each one of them because they'll change as they get cooler. First thing you want to think is the binary question of yes or no, do you like that? So that's cocoa.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this one is from Kenya. I think this one is the Tanzanian.
Yeah, that's very fruity, isn't it?
That is 100%, yeah, the Colombian. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
big, juicy, natural.
So it's quite green.
Yeah. So this is
Palettes all over the shop now.
Yeah. Here, palate cleanser. This is giving like I'm getting like loads of booze from that. Like it's like a boozy,
Yeah.
almost like a chocolate liqueur sort of thing going on. Some brandy maybe. It's also like super fruity, so like maybe a bit of banana in there, maybe some papaya, so like tropical fruits.
Definitely tropical.
It's also got a lot of funk. So it's like cider, like natty wine, that sort of.
Perry or something.
Yeah. That concludes the tour of the roastery.
Nice one, man. That was
Alright.
cool. That's ours. Cocoa, baby.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the one. Back in Ironbridge, Ash and Bruce have been putting the final touches to the shop, and we are almost ready now to open. The one thing that's holding us back is we've still been waiting for a door to be fitted. Unfortunately, we've not been able to get our contents insurance sorted until there's a lockable door on the front of the building. And until we can get that, we're kind of in limbo, which is a shame because we're raring to go now, especially having tasted the coffee. Kieran's been making some incredible bakes, and there's nothing really left to do but wait. Exciting times. We got an update. We have been tipped off that they're fitting the front back on the shop. So I'm just walking down now to have a little look and see. Because once we've got the front on, the inside's pretty much done. We could be opening within a matter of days. There's the old door. Is there a new front on it? They've done it. We have a new front. Proper excited. All right, mate. I'm going to go pop in and say hello. I don't know if he wants to talk on camera. I'm going to find out what's going on. So I didn't want to get these lads on film. I don't blame them. They probably don't want to be on film, but it's done. I've been given a key. They're literally just packing up. So it's game on, baby. We are going to be opening Baked Bean pretty damn soon. I can't wait.
It's going.
Finally,
This is Michael. Hey, Michael, you right, mate? I've dreamed of owning a Lamborghini since I ever first found them. Today's the day. The Ferrari of coffee machines. You guys are right. I'm standing there like admiring. Let's go inside. Woohoo!
Nothing like a fresh lamazocche.
No, it's got to be separate, isn't it?
And my job's always to take the laser film off, isn't it? You would think it's satisfying, but it's actually quite difficult.
Here we go. Shiny. Coffee machine is here. I'm so happy that this is happening now. It's been a long time coming.
to be honest, best choice.
This is the best choice?
La Marzocco is the best choice.
Yeah. I've wanted one for a long time. Ever since I first come across them, actually. So yeah, I'm excited. Excited to use it. Looks amazing. I am about to have the very first coffee ever from Baked Bean.
No pressure.
No pressure. Make it a pretty one. This is what to expect, guys. Absolutely no pressure, mate. Ooh, oh, we love it. We do love it. Beautiful. Ha 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 ha. Coming soon. Got to do the marketing, don't you? Happy days. That's delicious. Wow.
Yeah, tasting good.
Yeah, man.
So
Really good.
The first steam, I don't have it quite in. I want to do it again with the latte.
It's going down the wrong way.
It's got bones in it.
But I haven't had a latte for so long. You realise just how milky they are. It's crazy. Yeah, it's lovely.
It's like a lot of people think they're like lactose intolerant. It's just that they have like 3 lattes and they go,
yeah.
must be
Wonder
the milk,
why.
not the volume of milk.
Yeah. Coffee's delicious. Coffee machine is in. We've got a door. Literally now, all we need to do is cross the T's and dot the I's, get the last few bits and bobs, fixtures and fittings in, and we're going to be open. So this might be the very last vlog that we do before this place is actually fully rolling. I'm proper excited. Keep an eye on Instagram and wherever else really that you see us pop up for an official opening date. It's coming very, very soon, I assure you. We'll see you down here soon for a coffee and a cake, loaf of sourdough, sandwich, whatever it is you fancy. We're going to have it right here for you at Baked Bean. We can't wait. We know that the community can't wait. It's taken so long to get to this point, but it feels like we're almost there. So bear with us. It's coming. Cheers. Cheers. We bloody did it. It's open day today. Come and have a look inside. I'm so stoked. Guys, they're doing a great job, I think. Looks incredible. More like an art gallery than a bakery, but obviously all the baked goods over here. This is our first day, so it's a bit of a limited stock. We've got sourdough starts for Friday, ramping up the cakes, etc. We've got some pain au chocolat, some croissants, some cinnamon rolls, focaccia, sandwich loaves, various different slices. These guys are looking at the sandwiches that I was up till late last night creating. All on focaccia or milk bread, some drinks, t-shirts, caps, hats. tins of baked beans if you want to buy some coffee. And then we also have tote bags. The flour that Kieran has been baking with, you can come and buy flour, which is locally grown, locally ground, organic flour, beautiful. Literally like 3 miles from here. And then in here, we got our coffee. These guys are beavering away, making drinks. Happy days. I really hope you've enjoyed our journey. It's been a massively long one getting to this point, but we're here. So if you're in Ironbridge, come down and see us. Come and grab a loaf, come and grab a coffee, say hello. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.